Hello. Okay, here we go. In today's workout, we're going to use the reformer, the box, and then if you have weights. Now, if you don't have weights for whatever reason, you can use water bottles or cans of vegetables, spaghetti sauce cans, stuff like that, or shoes, whatever you got, just something that you can hold on to, okay? And we're going to start with footwork. So have your carriage set out, geared out if you need to. Foot bar should just be in the middle spot, and then we'll get started. Okay, ready to join me on the mat? All right, let's start with our feet parallel, hip width distance apart. I want you to stand up nice and tall, and I want you the crown of your head to be reaching nice and high to your ceiling. Bring your shoulders out as wide as you can. Pull the belly buttons in, anchor the ribs together. Take a big breath in and a big breath out, and a big breath in and a big breath out. Put a big bend in the knees, sweep the arms down to the ground and up to the sky. Connect the palms. Let's bend over to the right. Let that right arm float down. Reach that left arm over. Now, in this position, you're still going to pull your belly button in. You're still going to have your ribs drop down just a little bit. And then you're going to rotate and reach and look a little more. Good. Come back to the middle. Bring the palms together. Let's go to the other side. Now to the left. Let the left arm dangle down. Good. Rotate and look. Nice. And then we're going to come back up nice and tall. Good. Bring the elbows out wide. Find that goalpost position. We're going to rotate to the right and then rotate to the left. Rotate to the right. Rotate to the left. Come back to the middle. Good. Lift the chest to the sky. And then come back to neutral. Let your arms float down. Nod your chin slowly. Fold forward, letting your head and hands hang heavy. Bend the knees so that the hands find the mat. Keeping the hands on the mat, lengthen your legs up to the sky, eyes to the thighs. Good. And then bend the knees. Just trying to lengthening the legs, stretching through those hamstrings, through the glutes. One more time. Good. Lengthen the legs. And then scoop the belly and then slowly restack your spine, lifting the torso. Arms just stay heavy. They're the last things to come. The shoulders come up, then the head. Good. Roll the shoulders back and down. Okay, my friends, we're going to start on the reformer. So find your weights. I'm just using 5-pounders, the baby weights. And I want you to sit on down. Again, I have 4 springs on. So I've got 2 reds, a blue, and a green. And because our reformers are fairly new, that means our springs are pretty tight and pretty heavy. So that's going to be pretty strong. If it's too much, you can always come down to 2 reds and a green, or a red, blue, and a green, whatever. But for footwork today, let's do 4 springs and make it a little bit more challenging, okay? So your headrest can be up or down, whatever works best for you. Go ahead and lay on back. And put your feet onto the foot bar. We're going to start with our arches or our toes on, and we're going to be in Pilates V. But I want you to think about when you're in your laying down on your carriage, that your shoulders are not pressed into the shoulder blades or into the blocks already. Have a little bit of distance there, because as we push away, you're going to end up in there anyway. So your feet are going to be onto the foot bar. You're going to have your toes on. Your heels are going to be slightly lifted, and you're going to connect your heels together for Pilates V. We're going to start with our hands and weights in the hands, knuckles facing up to the sky. Make sure you have your tailbone nice and heavy. Shoulder blades are flat on the carriage. Crown of your head is reaching long. Take a big breath in. Exhale, press the carriage away. Press the arms to the sky. Bend the knees. Draw the carriage back in. Good. Now, as you press out and in, find a rhythm that feels good. Not too fast, not too slow. But I want you to be able to control the carriage in, right? So with these heavy springs, the tendency is just to let the springs draw you back in, right? But you've got to control it. At the same time, you've got to try to keep those heels drawn together and use the inner thighs to bring that carriage in, right? Like think about using the muscles to do the work, not letting the carriage just come in on its own. Good. And then your shoulder blades are staying nice and flat on the carriage as you're pressing the arms up to the sky. Super fun, right? It's like we're in the studio together almost. Not really, but kind of. So I'll just tell my dumb jokes that you just laugh on your own. Here we go. Let's do 3 more. 2, keep the heels together. Last one, lift up nice and high and hold. Okay, keep the knuckles to the sky. Take that big breath in. As you exhale, let the heels drop underneath the foot bar. Good, keep the heels connected. And then lift the heels. Inhale, exhale, lower the heels down. Good. Inhale, lift, exhale, lower. Now, when you lift, the tailbone or the belly should kind of drop, right? Because you're exhaling. Good. One more time. And then lower down, bend the knees, draw everything all the way back in. Good. Okay, we're going to come to our arches, but we're going to find our feet parallel, hip width distance apart. So I'm putting my weights on just for a second. Hip width distance apart does not mean wide like this. Like, bring it right out of the sits bones, okay? Good. We're going to start with chest press. So the elbows are going to come out wide, knuckles are going to face the ceiling. Toes are going to go up towards the sky, heels are below the foot bar. Now, when you press away, so take that big breath in, exhale, press away. Your heels should lower underneath the foot bar just a tiny bit. As you draw the carriage back in, the toes are going to go over. And then heels go under, toes go over. So the feet are kind of massaging onto that foot bar. Your tailbone is still heavy. Your shoulder blades are still flat on the carriage. Crown of your head is still reaching long. Bellies are in. Elbows come out wide. Good. Nice. And again, finding that nice, easy rhythm. Good. Let's do 3 more. 2. Last one, reach it out. Arms are up high. Heels are slightly underneath the foot bar. Not a whole lot, just slightly. Good. Now slowly bend the knees. Draw the carriage in halfway and hold. Elbows are going to come out wide and hold. Good. We're going to do small little pulses with both the arms and the legs. But don't let the tailbone move. Heels are still staying underneath that foot bar. Good. Should feel it in the arms, feel it a little bit in the quads. Here we go for 3, 2, 1. Press it away, then bend the arms, bend everything back in. Good. All right, adjust a little bit. All right, we're going to bring our feet so that our heels are as wide as the foot bar. And we're going to have that external rotation starting at your thighs, going into the knees, into the ankles, out through the toes. Okay, reach the arms up overhead. Knuckles are to the ceiling, palms are facing each other. As you go out wide, the arms are going to go wide. But you got to keep them in that peripheral vision, right? Lengthen the legs, arms go wide. Good. Now this is where we have that tendency to let our tailbone rock and roll, because as you press out, the tailbone rocks away. As you bring it in, the tailbone curls. So you've really got to work hard to keep the tailbone heavy. Keep those hip bones on that carriage, right? Good. Keep the toes flexed. Don't let the bellies pop. Don't let the ribs pop open. Let's do 3 more. And keep those weights in that peripheral vision. 2. Last one. Go out nice and long and hold. Good. Flex the feet a little bit more and draw me tiny little circles with the arms. Good. For 3, 2, 1. Pause. And let's reverse that circle. Woo-wee. 3, 2, 1. And then bend the knees, bring the arms up overhead, draw everything all the way back in. All right, here we go. We're going to do 1 more. This time we're going to bring our feet together. We're going to go back to the toes on. We're going to reach the palm or the knuckles up to the sky. Drawing those legs together so your knees and your heels, everything's connected. Lengthen the legs out long. Good. Then we're going to begin our prancing and go opposite elbows. So as the left knee bends, the right elbow bends. And then switch. So you're finding your prancing, and we're also doing our tricep press. Good. Keep your hips square. Crown of your head still reaches long. That means your eyes are up to the ceiling. Good. Bend the elbows only into that 90-degree position. Good. So strange being in here by myself, but pretending you're here with me. Here we go. Let's do 2 more to each side. Last one. The jokes are coming, I promise. And then reach, and then bring it all the way back in. Good. All right, just put your weights down onto your carriage. Take a moment. Bring your heels into your knees into your chest. Curl your head and shoulders up. Hands come to your ankles. Reach the legs up to the sky. Point and flex the toes. Good. All right, roll the head and shoulders back down. Let the feet find the foot bar. Okay. So now Let's go ahead and sit on up for a second. Come down to 3 springs. So I'm going to go 2 reds and a green just because I'm trying to make it nice on myself. But a lot of times in the studio, we'll go red, blue, and a green for bridging. But just do whatever, because your springs are heavy, so you have to kind of adjust. Okay? Then you're going to lay back down. Good. All right, we're going to start with our arches on, and your feet have to be on top of the foot bar. So imagine that you stood on top of the foot bar and then you laid back. So your toes are reaching towards the opposite wall, okay? We're going to start with articulation as long as you got nothing going on with that low back. So just keep your elbows bent and knuckles are going to go to the sky. We're just going to do a couple of articulated bridges first, and then we'll add the arms. So tuck the tail, scoop the belly, press into the feet, slowly lift the hips up. Come up to your high point. Good. Don't let the carriage move. And then melt all the way back down, starting at that rib cage. Good. When you get to the bottom, let the tailbone lift, roll away, and then tuck, scoop, peel, press into the feet, lift the hips. Good. All right. On this next one, we're going to add the arms. So tuck the tail, scoop the belly, peel the spine, reach the arms up to the sky. Good. And then melt all the way back down. Good. Tuck, scoop, press into your feet, peel the spine. Good. And then melt back down. Now here, the tendency, right, is to let your shoulders roll forward or roll up. Don't let that happen. And don't drop your chins. Good. Let's do 2 more. Good. Super fun, right? 1 more, come up and hold. Good. Find that length. You should have a nice long line from your knees into your ribs, or into your hips, into your ribs. Good. Arms are reaching up high. I want you to lower the hips down 2 inches, bend the elbows, and then lift. So it's just a hip drop and a lift. Good. For 3, 2, 1. Hold here, and then starting at your rib cage, melt 1 vertebrae at a time, all the way back down. Good. Bring the knees into the chest, rock side to side. All right, we're going to stay with that arches on in that parallel position, about hip width distance apart, okay? This time we're going to press into our hands. So put your hands on top of your weights. We're going to do flat back. So that just means you keep your tailbone nice and long, spine stays in a nice long line. We're going to take a big breath in. Exhale, press into the feet, lift the hips. Come up to that high point. Pause here. Press into the weights. Draw that carriage back in. So don't let the glutes, or don't let the heels move away from the glutes. And then lower down, tap your tail. And then lift. Good. Now, try to keep your knees reaching up high, right? Keep your hips moving at the same time. Don't drop the chins. Press into those weights. We've got 3, 2, last one. Come up and hold. Good. Now put the pressure into that right heel. Bring that right knee to tabletop. Lengthen the leg up to the sky. Point and flex the toe. Point the toe, and then draw me tiny little circles. Don't let the hips move, right? They have to stay up and high. For 3, 2, 1. Pause and reverse that circle. For 3, 2, 1. Find the foot in parallel. Place the foot back onto the foot bar. Lift your hips up a little higher. Bring the left knee to tabletop. Reach it up. I rotate my leg just a little bit to do my hip circle, or my leg circle. Don't let the hip drop. For 3, 2, 1, and then pause and reverse it. Woo! For 3, 2, 1. Rotate the leg back to parallel. Place both legs onto the foot bar. Lift your hips up a little higher and hold here. For 3, 2, 1. Starting at your rib cage, melt all the way back down. Good. Bring both knees into your chest. Draw tiny little circles with those knees. Get a little massage of that little back. All right, here we go. Last bridge. Find your Pilates V. We're going to hold the weights. Good. We're going to find that articulation again. So you're going to tuck the tail, scoop the belly, press into the feet, slowly peel the arms up, high, and hold. Find that nice long bridge. Knees are reaching away. Bring the arms out wide. Bring the arms up overhead. Arms out wide. Don't let the hips drop, right? Good. Let's do 3. Let's do 2. Last one, bring the arms out wide, hold here. Now lower that right hip, bring it back up. Left hip, bring it back up. Right, good. Left, right, left. One more time on the right. One more time on the left and hold here. Tiny pulses with the arms. Squeeze the glutes. Arms are lifting and lowering. Little pulses for 3, 2, 1. Reach them up. And then starting at your rib cage, melt one vertebrae at a time, all the way back down. Holy cow, right? Good. Put your weights down. Bring both knees into your chest. Curl your head and shoulders up. Good. Reach the left leg long. Bring that right knee into your chest. And then switch. Find that single leg stretch. Good. Bring both knees in. Reach the legs long. Reach the arms long. And then bring it back in. That's the double leg stretch. And switch. Or lengthen. And then switch. Good. Lower everything all the way back down. All right. Here we go. We're going to come on up. Put our weights off to the side. And then I want you to find your box, and we're going to place it onto the carriage. So go ahead and find the box. And we're going to go long box. So make sure you snuggle the box up against your shoulder blocks. You're going to reach down, and we're going to come down to, I'm going to come to a blue spring because my springs are heavy. So I put the blue spring on first, and then you're going to take off all the other springs. So John, you can probably do a red spring. Susie, you can probably do red or a blue and a half. Depends on how much you've been using the reformer, so, and how much tension's on your springs. Okay, so we're going to start by sitting or kneeling on the box. So come on up. All right. So I want you to find your 4-point kneeling first. Crown of your head is reaching long, tailbone is long behind you. Pull the belly button in. Let's find that quick cat-cow. So push the tailbone down, spine to the sky, and then untuck the tail. Good. One more, come to the middle. All right, so we're going to reach down. I'm going to start with my right arm. We're going to find that short loop. We're just going to do swing the arm back. So press the hand back behind you, and then sweep the arm forward. Press it back, sweep it forward. So what you want to think about is keeping your spine nice and long. Keep the crown of your head reaching long, so don't look down. Don't look up, right? Just look down towards your headrest. Reaching the arm nice and long. Good. We've got 3, 2, and then 1. Keep the hand up high and bend at the elbow. Find your tricep press. Good. So you can see the heavier the spring, the little bit more challenging it is, right? Keep the elbow up high. Keep the belly in. Good. We've got 3. Holy cow. 2. And 1. Reach it up and then sweep the arm down. And let's just take a moment. Whew. Okay. Same hand, same arm, same loop. Press the hand back. Good. And then you're going to bring it out to the side. Out to the side. This is way challenging because your body wants to come out of that nice neutral position. We're going to just do 1 more and then sweep it forward. Press it back. Bring it out to the side. Sweep it back to your hip. Sweep it forward. Good. Bring back to your hip. Out to the side. All right, last one. Bring it down back to the hip and then all the way down. Good. Place the strap back down into the peg. Whew. Find a little cat-cow. I'm going to sit back on my heels. Let my arms open up. Roll your shoulders. Okay. Staying on that same side. Take yourself over to the edge of your box. You want to stay with your knees so that you have like a tabletop. So don't come all the way in like this, because then you're going to need the space. So reach down, find that long loop, and you're going to put it over that same foot. Okay? And then bring that leg up. Good. Flex the foot. Whew. You with me? So now see how your leg should be up even with your body. So you should have a nice long line. And then we're just going to sweep the leg forward, down towards the ground, up as high as your shoulder block, and then press it back. Flex the foot, bring it all the way down. Good. Flex the foot back, bring it all the way down. Flex the foot back. Here we go. Let's do 3. Let's do 2. Last one. Bring it back up there and hold. Good. Now bend the knee, lengthen it long. Let's bend it into the side. That'll be better with this strap. Bend it and lengthen. Bend, lengthen. Good. Let's do 3 and 2. Last one. Press it out. Rotate the leg and then sweep it forward. Woo, go slow. And then go ahead and take that strap off the peg, off the foot and put it onto the peg. Woo! Find a little cat-cow. All right, come sitting on your box. And then this time, your feet are gonna come into your headrest, right? Which makes it a footrest. Okay, good. All right, scoot your hiney to the front of the box. Reach down, find those long loops. You're gonna put them over the legs. Put them over your thighs, like thigh highs, right? Get them up nice and high. Bring the straps so that they're out to the side. Good. And then you're just gonna roll back onto your box. Bring your knees into tabletop. Good. Bring your arms out wide. Bend at the elbows. Place your hands behind your head. Keeping the legs in tabletop. So you want your knees to be together, your ankles together, everything's touching. We're just gonna lift, find that chest lift, and then lower down. So when you curl the head and shoulders up, right, you're coming all the way off those shoulder blades. Elbows stay out wide, and you're not dropping your chin. So you're looking up to the ceiling. Here we go. We've got 3, 2, 1. Lift. Now reach the right leg long, and then sweep it up to the sky. Reach it out and sweep. Reach it out. Now your carriage might not move at all. Good. It's all about in the abs because you're curled up, right? Let's just do 2. And last one, bring it up. Bring the knees back to tabletop, lower down. Let the arms go down. Whew. All right, here we go. Bend at the elbows, hands behind the head. Curl the head and shoulders up. Good. Lengthen that left leg long, sweep it up. Bend the knee, lengthen long, sweep it up. So it's almost like a bicycle move, right? You should still feel it in the abs, even if your carriage doesn't move. It's totally fine, because it's all about the abs. The straps are just for a little bit of fun. We've got 3, 2, woo, last one. I lost my tabletop. Good. And then lower back. Take a moment. All right. Hands behind the head, elbows out wide. Curl the head and shoulders up. Good. Both legs go long. Sweep. Both the legs go long. Sweep. Legs go long towards your risers and then up. Let's do 3. Keep your head and shoulders up. 2. Last one, bring it up. And then bend the knees and then relax. Good. And now we're going to slowly roll all the way up. Feet back into the headrest, which makes it a footrest. And then slip the straps off the legs. All right, so far so good, right? You still with me? You haven't left me yet. You haven't paused me and went and got a drink and left me here all by myself. All right, come back onto the box. Find that 4-point kneeling. Find that cat-cow, right? Good. All right, we're going to start with the arm. So legs are bent, so your hips should be over your knees. Hands should be underneath your shoulders. So we're going to hold on to that short loop and now into that left hand, and you're going to reach it back. Good. Now, one arm is probably liking it way more than the other. If it's too much, you can always change your spring, right? You can always go to the long loop, which will make it nicer. Good. Let's do 3, 2, and 1. Hold it back up there, and then bend at the elbow. Find that tricep press. Good. Keep the crown of your head reaching long. Good. We've got 3, 2, 1. 1, reach it long, and then sweep it forward. Take a moment. Whew. Roll out your shoulders. Okay, here's the fun one, remember? So we sweep the hand back to the hip, and then we take it out to the side. Woo. And then press it back to the hip, out to the side, back to the hip, out to the side. One more time, back to the hip, and then sweep it forward. Sweep it back, out to the side, back to the hip, sweep it forward. One more time, sweep it back to the hip, out to the side, back to the hip, and then forward. Woo. Sit back on your heels. Roll your shoulders. Oh. All right, now we get to do the leg thing. So coming over to the side, reach down, find that long loop. This time you're going to put it over that left foot. And you're going to sweep the leg down and back. I'm going to adjust here a little bit so that I have long legs. Good, flex that foot and then bring it forward all the way to the shoulder block and then press it back. Flex the foot, it should come in alignment with the body. Good, bring it all the way to the shoulder block and then press it back. Good, flex the foot when you come to the back. Flex. Good. Keep going, flex. Don't dump into that low back like I just did. Flex. Good. 2 more. Last one. Good. And then bring it forward. Good. All right, now we're going to go back. And we're going to bend that knee in and lengthen. Bend and lengthen. It's like a side kick, right? And bend. And good. Get it up high. For 3. And 2. And 1. Press it back and then sweep it forward. Woo! And then slowly take the strap off. Place it down onto the peg. All right, find that last cat-cow here. Whew. Good. All right, and then we're going to step off of our reformer. Nice job. So far, so good, right? All right, so now we're going to move our box to a short box. So you want to have it pretty even, and you want to have it tucked up against your shoulder blocks. And I'm going to stay on a blue spring. I'm just fixing my screen here so I can see you. There you are. Okay, so we're going to do some side bends, which sounds like a lot of fun, right? So you're going to come onto your box. You're going to look down, find your safety strap, which I'm assuming that you have. Good. And you're going to put the outside leg into the strap. The other leg, you're going to sit on your box and you can let your leg dangle over, or if you like it better, you can have it come up on top. Whatever works best for you. I'm going to try dangling it over. Good. This leg is going to be externally rotated, toe is going to go up to the ceiling. Because of your long legs, you might, your foot might be up further onto the platform or over. Whatever it is, try to lift it as much as possible so you have tension into that strap. We're going to bring our arms out wide. You're going to sit up nice and tall, crown of your head's reaching long, fingertips are reaching long. Stay in that nice neutral spine. All we're going to do is bend down into our well and then come up tall. And then bend down and come up tall. Now, what I want you to think about is using your oblique to lower down and then to lift up. Good. Lower down and then lift up. Good. Nice job. Lower down, lift up. Good. Now, this time we're going to lower down, hold, reach the crown of your head a little bit longer, reach those arms a little bit wider, bend at the elbows, rotate, look towards your well. Rotate back. Rotate, look. Keep those elbows out wide. Rotate. Rotate and look. Come forward. Now this time, rotate, look. Arms go wide. Lower down. Lift. Lower down. Lift. Lower down. Lift. Bend the elbows. Rotate. Come up tall. Whew. And then take a side stretch. Oh. Woo, right? Kind of fun. All right. Then release that bend. And then you're going to come onto your box. and we're gonna plank. Yay! Okay, so you can come to your forearms, right? Or you can come up to your hands, whichever one you prefer. I'm on a blue spring, which is a little bit light, so it's gonna be way into the core, right? If you're on red, then that's gonna be still a lot of core, but not as challenging, okay? So I'm gonna start with my hands on. We'll see how this goes because I haven't done this plank in a while, so we'll see. What you're gonna do is start with your feet onto your platform, and you're just gonna press it out. Find that nice long plank. Good. Now make sure that you've got your tailbone tucked a little bit. Don't drop your chin, right? And if you want to, you can come up to your foot bar and press it out. Now, if you come to the foot bar, right, shoulders have to be over the wrists. Pull the belly button in, crown of your head reaches long. We're just gonna hold. Heels should be over your toes. The tendency is right for your heels to do this or to have your toes come for your heels like this. Keep the heels right over the toes. Keep the belly button in. Good. We're just gonna hold for 3, 2, 1. Stay here. Press your box away. Woo! Bring it back in. Press the box away. Bring it back in. Press it away. Bring it back in. One more time. Press it away and hold it for 3, 2, 1. Bring it in and hold for 3, 2, 1. And then slowly bring the carriage all the way back in. Woo, that was fun, huh? Roll the shoulders, roll the wrists, give the head a little bob. All righty, here we go. Second plank. All right, so same thing. You can come to your forearms. If you come to your forearms, don't death grip your hands, right? And try not to do the tripod, even though that is a possible solution. But if you'll keep your arms wide in like a number 11 and your fingers loose, it'll help you keep it into your core rather than putting it all into your arms, okay? So I'm gonna come back up to my hands. We're gonna press it out in 3, 2, 1. Good. And then come up to your foot bar if that's your thing. Press it out. All right. Tuck the tailbone just a little bit, right? Crown of your head reaches long. Press those shoulder blades away. Good. Here we go. We're going to bring that right knee to the right elbow. Whoa. Left knee, left elbow. Good. Right knee, left knee. Super fun, right? Stay with me. Don't quit on me. If I can do this, you can do this. Here we go. One more to the right. One more to the left. Hold here. Heels should be over your toes, right? Hold. Press the box out a little bit for 3, 2, 1. And then bring it all the way back in. Woo! Having a good time here, right? All right. We got to do one more plank, right, before we finish off on our side bends. Here we go. We're going to add on. Here we go. So press it out. Come up to the foot bar if that's your thing. Good. We're going to do a combo this time. So we're going to do pike. Heels stay up high. High. And then lower it down. Good. Keep your spine long. Bend the knees in. Woo! And lengthen. Pike up. Heels go high. Lengthen. Bend the knees in. Find that scooter. Good. Hips go high. And then lengthen. Bend the knees. Super fun. Oh my gosh. How exciting. Bend the knees. Good. Last pike. Hold it up there for 3, 2, 1. Lengthen long. Bend the knees. Hold it for 3, 2, 1. Lengthen. And then bring it all the way back in. Wow. Oh my gosh. That was awesome. All right. Let's go to the other side. So we're going to do our side bends on the other side. Find your safety strap. Place your foot in there. Super fun, right? Said everybody. Okay, so my leg is dangling. You want your shoulders, arms to go out long, right? So you're trying to keep length here. And then we're going to dip into the well. Good. Using your oblique to come back up tall. Let that foot use that strap. Good. Super fun, right? Oh my gosh. So exciting. Woo! Use that oblique. Holy cow. Let's do 2. Here comes the fun one, right? and one. Come up. Good. Now you're going to go down, hold. Bend at the elbows, rotate, look in. Rotate, come up. Rotate. Oh, we'll stay down. Look. Come forward. Rotate. Keep your elbows out wide. Look. Rotate. Come forward. Rotate. Come forward. Here we go. Rotate. Hold here. Arms go wide. Lower down. And lift. Lower down. And lift. Oh my gosh. Lower. Lift. Lower. Lift. Bend the elbows. Rotate back. And then come up tall. Find that counter stretch. Holy moly, right? Super fun though. Oh my gosh, super fun. Okay, come back to the middle. Place both feet into your strap now. Scooch to the front of your box, right? Put that pressure. So I have to, because I have small feet and short legs, I put my heels up against the platform and I bring my toes up. We're gonna reach those arms out nice and long. We're gonna do a little bit of ab work here. So tuck the tail, scoop the belly, lower back, and then sit up tall. So you're finding that C curve, right? You're tucking the tail, scooping the belly, bringing your ribs to your hips, but your arms go long. Good. Super fun. Oh my gosh, it's so exciting. I wish you guys were here. Maybe we should do a Zoom class. That would be way more fun. Good. Here we go. On this next one, let's bring that right elbow back and look and come forward. Left elbow comes back and come forward. Now we're going to sweep that right arm out, look to the right, and then bring it forward. Left elbow sweep, bring it forward. Good. Right arm goes up overhead. Oh, and then the left arm up overhead. Oh my gosh. And here we go. Bring both elbows back. Bring the arms out wide. Are you shaking? Bring the arms forward. Right arm up. Switch the arms. Both arms up, hold. Rotate the palms for 3, 2, 1. And then fold forward. Place your hands onto that foot bar. Woo-wee. Go ahead and sit all the way up. Oh my gosh. Super fun, right? Okay, let's come up off of the box. Now we're going to take our short box, or our box off, right? And we're just going to place it off to the side. You can place it wherever you want. I don't care. I'm going to put mine over here. Oh, wait, no. I don't want to. I lied. Bring your box back up. We're going to stick it on a short box. I was thinking of something else. Sorry. We're not quite there yet. Okay, but let's come down to one red spring. So add your spring before you take the other one off when you're on a single spring. So put your red spring on and then take your blue one off, or if you're already on your red, just keep it on the red. Okay, we're going to do some lunges. So let's start outside foot. We're just going to do a couple of easy ones here, right, to get us warmed up. So standing leg is up against the foot of the reformer. You're going to try to stay up tall. Shin's going to stay level to the floor. The inside leg is up against the box. You're just going to press it back and bring it back in. We're just getting the feel for this because we're actually going to end up standing on this bad boy. You're okay with that, right? I know you are. Here we go. Let's do 3, 2, last one, press it out and then bend that front knee and hold for 3, 2, 1, and then bring it all the way back in. Good. Now what I want you to do is you're going to step onto your box, outside leg. Oh, you know what? Let's do something really quick. Sit on your box for a minute. This is probably super not safe, but if we were in the studio, I'd get in trouble. Bring your shoulder or your foot bar down to low bar. We're going to stay on that red spring, okay? So we're going to do lunges up here. So we're going to take the inside leg is going to go up onto the platform. The outside leg is going to go up on the box, okay? So you're going to come up. You're going to have your toe on the carriage and your heel up against the box. Your front leg, you can bring it forward so that your shin rests on your foot bar, okay? And then you're going to stand up tall. Good. So notice how my leg is long behind me. If you have longer legs and you can't stand up all the way, then your knee might be bent like this. But if you can straighten it out, that's going to be helpful. You're going to square up your hips to your foot bar. Shoulders are going to go out wide. Crown of your head is going to go long. I'm going to start with my hands on my hips. I'm just going to press this back and then bring it in. That's my dog, Lacey. Good. Let the pressure go into your shin, right? But try to put the weight of your foot into that leg that's on the platform, the foot that's on the platform. Good. Super fun, right? Bring the arms out wide. Good. We're going to go 3, 2, 1. Press it back and hold. Reach the arms up overhead and hold for 3, 2, 1. Bring it all the way in. Good. Now, come down so we can reset. So that foot's going to stay on the platform. The other leg is going to come up onto the box. So I'm putting my arch onto my box, okay? I'm putting the weight onto that foot that's on the platform, putting a little bit of pressure into this foot bar. Good. Stand up tall. Here we go. We're going to lunge back. Start with your hands on your hips till you get your balance. Press that box back. Good. And then reach the arms out in front. Woo! Super fun, right? A lot more challenging. And if you haven't worked on your balance in a while, this is super challenging. Good. We've got 3, 2, and 1. Press it back and hold for 3, 2, 1. Bring it all the way back in. Good. All right. Step down. Stay right where you're at though, but now you're going to turn sideways. So the leg that's on the foot bars or on the platform is going to stay on the platform. The other foot is now going to turn. It's just going to be on the carriage, but up against the box. We're just going to do side lunges. Here we go. So out, come out, and then come back in. So start with your arms going out wide. Good. Press it out as far as what your body will allow. Good. We're going to do 3 and 2. Last one. Bring it out there nice and wide and hold. Now I want you to bend the knees. So you're squatting down. Bring the elbows out wide. Bring the arms forward, out wide. Arms forward, out wide. Now this time when you bring the elbows out wide, pulse, pulse, pulse. Good. You got it? I don't want you to pop the belly open. I just want you to pulse into the legs. Good. We've got 3, 2, last one, and then bring it all the way in. Good. Nice job. All right, we're going to sit on our backs. Super fun. Are you ready for this? This is the exciting part. This is what we all came for. Oh, wait, not feet disruption. Okay, we're going to do our burpees. We're only going to do 5 because then we're going to go to the other side to finish off our lunges, okay? So your heels are up against your box. Your toes are up against your carriage. Your feet are going to be slightly separated so that they're about hip width distance apart. Reach your hands out in front. Good. So you're going to hover. You should feel it now in your quads, right? We're going to lengthen. Come up tall. Bend the knees. Hinge forward. Place your hands onto your foot bar. Press your box away. Good. Bend the knees. Scooter. Lengthen. Push up. Push up. Bend the box in. Bend the knees in. And then hover. So don't come down. Just stand up tall. And then squat. Hinge forward. Scooter. Scooter. Push up. Push up. Scooter. Hover. Sit up tall. Woo! And then bend down. Hands to the foot bar. Scooter. Scooter. Push up. Push up. Bring it in. And hover. Stand up tall. Woo! There we go. Hands down. Bend the knees. Scooter. Push up. Push up. Bend the knees in. And hover. Good. Stand up tall. Hands come down. Press it out. Scooter. Push up. Push up. Let's just do one more because that was fun. Hover. Stand up tall. Hover down. Hands on the foot bar. Press it out. Scooter. Push up. Push up. Bring it in. Oh my gosh, let's hover for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower down. Oh, cow. Oh, my thighs. Okay, let's go to the other side. So we're just going to reverse it. So we're going to start with that lunge first. So your other leg is on your platform. Other foot's flat on your carriage. We're just going to press it out. Arms go long, right? And then you bring it in. Press it out. Bring it in. Try to keep your belly in. Your ribs hooked together, right? Crown of your head is reaching high. Shoulders are long. Good. Let's do 3. Woo. 2. Last one. Press it out there, right? Now you're going to bend the knees. Bring the arms forward. Bring the elbows back. Arms forward. Elbows back. All right, this is where we add the pulse. So you're going to pulse as you bring the elbows back. Good. Hinge at the hips. Good. We've got 3, 2. Last one. Hinge and hold. And then slowly come all the way up. Bring it in. Okay, so now we're going to turn towards our foot bar, right? Bend. So we'll start with our foot onto the carriage, right? Or onto the box. Hands on the hips. And then we're going to press it back. And then come up tall. Press it back. Try to lengthen out the leg when you come up tall. Good. Put the weight into the foot that's on the platform. Woo! Super fun, right? Can you reach the arms out in front? There we go. This is way more fun this way, right? We've got 3, 2. Good. Last one. Press it back there and hold. Reach the arms up for 3, 2, 1. And then bring it all the way back in. Good. Now that same foot stays on the platform. Toes on the carriage. Heel goes up against the foot bar. Good. Hand or the shins come up against the foot bar to make it nice. I get to shift because my feet are small. Here we go. All right, hands on the hips first. Press it back and then bring it in. Press it back and bring it in. Good, press it back. All right, reach the arms out in front. Good. Shoulder blades stay back and down, right? So your collarbone stays open. Woo! We've got 3, 2. Last one, press it out there and hold. Arms go up overhead for 3, 2, 1. Good, bring it all the way in. Good. And then we're going to slowly step off. Outside leg goes up against the foot bar, or reformer. Inside leg. Remember these nice easy lunges that we did? Press it back and bring it in. Press it back, bring it in. Good. Keep standing up tall, chin level to the floor. Good. Your legs should be burning, right? We've got 3, 2. Last one, press it back and hold for 3, 2, 1. Bring it all the way back in. Woo, we step off. Come to the edge of your reformer. Place your hands down onto the foot bar. Press your spine up to the sky. And then arch forward. And then one more little cat. Okay, stand up tall. Now we're going to take the box off. Place it down. We're going to add another spring. So I'm going to add a blue because we're going to do fan straps and the crowd goes just crazy. Oh my gosh. All right, so lay on down. So did you know the proper way to mount your reformer is to come from the side, cross your elbows, cross the hand over elbow, rotate, sit on the edge, right? And then you lift both legs, lower all the way back down. Perfect. And then you take both straps at the same time, reach the legs up, place the arches in, and then lengthen the legs long. That's the proper way to mount your reformer. Did you know that? Okay, here we go. All right, so let's start with Pilates V. So bring your heels together, toes apart. Let's get situated. So you shouldn't be jammed into your shoulder blocks, right? Your legs are long. I want you to think about lengthening the legs into the straps. Collarbone is wide. Shoulder blades are nice and flat. Crown of your head is reaching long. Tailbone, we're going to keep it heavy. Don't let it rock and roll up and down, right? Keeping the legs long and the heels together. Lower down towards the foot bar and then lift. Lower down and then lift. Now, when you lift, you're still pressing into the straps. So it's not like you're trying to like compress the body. You're still trying to find length as you lower and lengthen. Good. We're gonna do 2. And then on this next one, lower down, keeping those legs right where they're at, bend the knees in, but try not to let the knees go out wide. Try to keep them in alignment with the straps, right? They're gonna like slide along the straps. Keep the tailbone heavy. So you can bend those knees in as far as you can keep that tailbone heavy. If you have a tendency to let your hips rise, right, then you have to reduce your range of motion. Good, super fun. Let's do 3. Keep those toes long. 2, 1. Now lengthen the legs long, lower down. Let's find our leg circle. Connect the heels together, lower down. Find that leg circle, but you're pressing into the strap the whole time. Don't let it compress the spine at all. You're trying to stay long in these legs and straps, or feet and straps actually. Here we go. 2 more. Keeping this Pilates V, pause here. Good, now we're gonna reverse the circle. So you're gonna lower down and then lift up and connect at the bottom. Good. Woo! Super fun, right? I'm so glad you joined me. I hope you had a good time. Oh, I had a good time. I was a little nervous, but you know, the crowd, they're throwing things at me and stuff, so. And what's the best part about it is it's still nice and warm in the studio. Not once did I have to get my jacket. All right, bring your legs up. Bring your feet to parallel. Now press the heels to the sky. Let your legs rise just a tiny bit. Before you grab onto your straps, try to press the heels to the ceiling, keeping your tailbone heavy. Just try to find that length here before we find those straps. And now reach up, gently find the straps, pull the straps. So now this is gonna bring your toes towards you, right? Now really press your heels away, and you should find a stretch through the back of the legs here. Good. And then bring the legs out wide. Good. Really try to press those heels away from you. Good. Bend the knees into your elbows, and we can rock side to side here. Find our happy baby. Oh, that feels good on my low back. Lengthen the legs, or bring the heels together, right? We're gonna find our butterfly. So bring the soles of your feet together. You can let go of the straps if that feels good. But here's the deal. Everybody here always does this, and they pop open. Don't do that. You still gotta try to keep that core and that spine nice in alignment. You are stretching. This butterfly is opening up your hip flexors and stretching through your legs. Don't let everything just go to, you know, wherever because you got lazy. I know you're tired, but don't do that. Good. And then bring the knees together, bring the legs up, and we're gonna remove both straps together, place them back onto the pegs behind us. Put your feet underneath your foot bar, gently curl up, straddle your foot bar, which is actually a no-no in Pilates land. Reach that right hand up, or the left hand up overhead. We're gonna bend over to the right. Come up tall, reach back, find that first shoulder block. Walk your hand forward on your foot bar, take a big breath in. Exhale, reach back, find that second shoulder block. Oh. And then slowly unwind. Right hand goes up overhead, bend over to the left. Thank you for joining me, super fun. Come up tall, reach back, find that first shoulder block. Walk the hand forward on your foot bar. Take that big breath in. Exhale, reach back, find that second shoulder block. Oh, some days I can find it, some days I can't. And then slowly unwind. Good. Place both hands onto your foot bar. Press the carriage away. Oh, I got 2 springs on. It's a little bit tougher. And then slowly come forward. Reach down. Place those hands back behind you. Press your chest up to the sky. Eyes to the ceiling. This is the one and only time you can let your chest pop open. And then sit up tall. Bring your fingertips together. Palms connect at the top. Slowly lower down. And give you and your lovely spouse a big round of applause. Thank you for joining me. Let me know what you think.